Hi guys. So my husband brought home a feral kitten last night, and at first I was very reluctant it was so cute, but I was very reluctant to take it in because we have a 2-year-old and we have a dog. The dog's lived with cats before, so that's not a big deal, but I don't know if the cat would handle living with the dog. But the kitten is about 5 weeks old, I think. I'm not really sure, but it looks about 5 weeks old, and I 4 or 5 weeks old, and I think that it can be helped. I think we can give it a good home here. So the first step would be I've had kittens before, but they've all usually been tame because we've had them for since birth, so they've been around people and they're totally tame. But this is the first time I've had a cat this feral. I had one kitten before who was feral, but it was much younger, and so it was much easier to let it into our home. It was probably a couple weeks younger, so that was a lot easier. It wasn't hissing very much. It was very, very easy to bring that cat into our home. This one, however, is very wild, and I decided to bring it into our home, and because I didn't know much about it, I started watching videos on how to tame a feral kitten. And there's a guy, a veterinarian in New York, who does this all the time, and he's made videos on how to do it. So this morning I got the kitten, and it stayed in our house all night. And I got the kitten and I put it outside because it's easier for the cat when it's outside, because it's been outside like all of its life, so it's not as stressful. So it's in a big huge dog cage that we have outside. There's plenty of room for him in there, and so he's out there just relaxing, because I think he was totally freaked out in this house, but he's calmed down, I think, and he's sitting out there. And my next step would be to bring him food and see if he'll eat in front of me, which most kittens don't eat in front of you because they're threatened. So I'll see if he'll eat in front of me. If he does, that's great, and I can try and move on to the next step the next day. But if he doesn't, then I'll leave him alone and let him eat. And then the next day, the guy told in his video says to withhold the food, just so that they get hungry, so that next time they'll eat in front of you because they're so hungry. And I know that sounds really mean and harsh, but I mean, it's either that or having a wild cat just roaming around. I mean, because if we can't get this kitten tame, you bring it either to the Humane Society or you let it go, and that's really sad. So one day of not having food is better than having a wild cat, in my opinion. So that will be my first video about this. Sorry about the noise. My daughter is throwing things around. But I will let you guys go, and I'll post the first video about the kitten.